It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Bluffer started in November of 2010 just as a startup company, just to kind of get things going because their founder and CEO, the one and only Joe Gascoigne, had a problem. And the problem had this guy was trying to send some tweets out and he couldn't get the message out. It wasn't easy to do. Isn't that how life starts? There's a problem and there isn't an immediate solution. So one of the things he decided to do, he said, well, what do I need to do to make this happen? Now, just to frame the conversation for you and have some reference, today, business emails, there are 333 billion emails that are sent every day. In fact, the average business worker, a person who works every day, they send 40 to 50 emails a day. Can you imagine that? And some of you are like well above average. And he was trying to send them out and it wasn't working. So he had a problem. And so the question was, how could he solve the problem? Well, he decided, you know what? I'm going to start my own company and I'm going to build this app that allows me to schedule tweets to go out because sometimes the emails weren't being read. Well, imagine trying to get started in a vast of companies that are launching apps, online services in the middle of 2010 when the tech thing is just taking off. Well, as you can imagine, there was competition. As you can imagine, it didn't work. And as you can probably figure out right now as a CEO, it was a huge challenge and he found himself failure after failure after failure, but that didn't stop him. One of the things he did that made it unique and different, he said, you know what? Once we build this app, which he did, they were able to get it out. Now, he focused on his sales strategy, which was what does the end customer need? I know I want the tweets, but what do they want? What he discovered was they were looking for like a social media management type of system. So Bluffer evolved, and what you have to do as a CEO is you look at your sales strategy, you look at your sales systems, you look at the problems your clients have, you have to evolve to solve their problems. And so he said, you know what? Let's create a social media app that allows us to schedule not only tweets, but other social media platforms as well. As a result, his company grew to $4 million. And then as a result, today it's a $10 million plus company, all as a result of solving problems. What's my big takeaway for you as a CEO? My big takeaway is you have to have a super sexy sales system, focus on the customer's needs, be innovative, and be creative. And in doing that, you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. I want to welcome you to the CEO Sales Huddle. Every morning when we get started, we like to get started with our mantra. And it's important, I believe, that you have something that drives you from a sales perspective every day, a belief. And our belief is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, this is not a negative belief. It's just our belief that you got to have a mantra. You've got to focus on something because you get what you focus on. So repeat after me. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And let me give you the big why, if I can, because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. What's my point? Selling is really serious business. Now, after we have our mantra, which I love to do, by the way, then we move on to our pledge. And the pledge is something that we're going to do every single day. And our pledge is, as a CEO, we will learn, we will earn, and we will return for the sales department. Now, I want you to look at the sales department. You're the CEO. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for tuning in. When you look over there, you say, every day as a CEO, I have to learn something new. So I want you to repeat after me because this is very important. You're only focusing on your sales department right now. And we're thinking about what is our mantra to our sales department? What are we going to focus on? Well, we're going to focus on sales. But how are we going to do that? Repeat after me. I have to learn something new. Now, this is going to sound kind of corny, but it's so true. Go ahead and repeat after me. Seriously. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from existing clients. Follow me, follow me, follow me. In order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. I think every morning a CEO needs to say those words. When you say those words, it gives you focus. Now, we have three objectives when we get together. It's about sales progress. So when you show up as a CEO, we're going to take a look at where we are in the sales process, look at where we are at this point in the month, and then we're going to say, okay, what kind of challenges do we have? So we're going to look at the challenges that we have, and then we're going to take it a step further. And the step further here is to really understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to grow. Now, and be profitable. Pillar number 1 is you must have a CEO sales plan. Now, if you're watching right now and you don't have a CEO one-page sales plan, do me a favor, go over www.ceosalesplan.com. Again, www.ceosalesplan.com. Once you get there, download it. It's just a one-pager, something that you can have, something that's going to work for you. Then the second sales pillar is sales messaging. So what's the message that we're saying to our clients every single day? The third one is the sales cycle. Got those backwards. Sales cycle, then sales messaging. The fourth one is the CEO sales dashboard. We got to have a place that we're measuring. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. That's why you check in. This is top of mind to you. When it's top of mind to you, more like an execute. And then last, but more importantly, and it stands out above all, is we have to have a sales team. We have to have a sales team. Now, if you haven't downloaded your CEO Sales Dashboard, we're going to get to that in a moment. Go over to ceosaleshuddle.com. This is the #1 tool that allows you to track, allows you to measure, allows you to get the revenue you need in your business faster with less effort. Now, for those folks that are tuning in and you're here every morning, you know, I love to connect with you. So do me a favor, look right below the video, and go ahead and put hashtag I'm here. As a CEO, it's great to check in. It's great for us to say hello to each other. So go ahead and put a hashtag I'm here. I like to see you. If you're watching the replay, thanks for tuning in. Maybe you're watching online. Maybe as you're watching online right now, or maybe you're on one of the on-demand platforms, or maybe you're on the other side. You're listening to the download. It doesn't matter. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. And I want you to write these words, hashtag replay, hashtag I'm here, or connect with us over at I am Jay Brown. I read every comment. I respond to every person. And I never get tired of checking in every morning and being here with you, the CEO, you, the hard worker, you, the person that's looking to make a difference. Now, you might wonder, why do we get together, Shay? What's the reason we get together? CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And our big why is sales growth. Our big why is accountability, and our big why is consistency. And you may have heard this before. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So now you're at a place where you can get that, and we only ask for 15 minutes a day. Now, that's kind of cool, right? 15 minutes a day. They're 1,440 minutes in every day. As a CEO, I'm only asking you to slow down, focus on the sales organization that drives the revenue in the entire business, and then pull up your CEO sales dashboard that we're going to get to in a moment. And by reviewing that for 15 minutes a day, you get to the outcome, because you as the CEO, you're the one that's making a determination where you're going to put the resources. You're the one that's focusing on where you're going to change the processes, and you're the one that's going to say, here's where I'm going to allocate the people. Now, as you do that, then that leads us to how do we generate $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Now, you can go download your CEO Sales Dashboard, which you're getting to right now. Probably the most important part that we do, because there was a problem. The problem was folks said, hey, how do I measure? What do I measure? What's the best use of my time when I'm focusing on the sales department, other than looking at how much revenue is in my bank account? Okay, now you're going to do that anyway. I mean, I don't know one CEO that doesn't check their bank account every single day, or look at their phone and look for that stripe to come in if that's the business you're in, or the notifications, by the way. So we've identified 5 areas: leads, appointment, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, if you haven't already, I'm going to encourage you right now to go ahead and open up your CEO Sales Dashboard. Now, I'm opening it right now, and some of you have already filling out. I get it. There we go. We're going to open it up. Now that it's open, there we go. We have it right there. And you can see go all the way across the top to today's date. So you find today's date and you come down. Now there's 5 categories that we just showed on the other side. There are leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And there's subcategories inside of there, and the subcategories inside there are so that you can measure very specific areas of the business. I want you to have this mantra for your sales organization. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. How true is that? And so I want you measuring right now for the CEO Sales Dashboard. So we're going to pick a category this morning. Let's go down to offers. Now, there was a time where I only measured my success in the sales organization based on how much revenue that we generated. And that was how I saw success. Either we got a deal yesterday and it's in my bank account or it's not. Then I was open to the idea that, well, in order to get deals, there's one thing you've got to do is you've got to make offers. And I said, wait a minute. What if we tracked how many offers we were making? What if my clients that I work with weren't frustrated by the revenue? They weren't frustrated by the effort, but they got the client to a point following the sales cycle that they had an interest, want, or desire, and they at least share with them how they worked and then said, would you like to do it? What? Isn't it amazing how that changes? Isn't that just incredible? So I'm gonna encourage you right now. Let's go take a look at offers. Let's go take a look at offers. And maybe I want you to track, put down right now in your CEO dashboard, how many offers did your organization make yesterday? Just how many, just in general, if they made any offers. Then how many did they make for maybe getting a credit card? For if yours is an ACH, how many for an ACH? If your business is predicated on asking them to sign the contract, sign the contract. And then give yourself credit when you ask the audience or ask your prospects to take the next step. Because maybe the next step is getting back on the phone and they're going to do a wire transfer. Maybe the next step is they want to sign the contract and you're going to walk them through DocuSign or whatever online platform you use and answer the questions. And so the next step is let's get together for that so they can sign the contract and you can address any questions. But here's what we do now. Without any offers, there's very seldom deals. Now, if it's an online platform, they can still go there. Maybe they watched the offer and at the end made a buying decision. And if they made it to your sales page and if they made it to the end of a video or read it, then that could be an offer. And some of you're going to track that, and that's fine. You can modify this to work for you. But here's what I do know. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. True or false? Many of you saying, Shay, that's true. Okay, let's move on. We're now going to get to a segment that I love, which is we celebrate wins. We take a look at what's working. We acknowledge it. We don't just beat ourselves up every day. This is not a come beat yourself up every day. This is an opportunity for us to focus. So what are you most proud of? And we're asking these questions because powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So I'm going to ask you right now is what are you most proud of yesterday in the sales organization? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday in the sales organization? And if you could brag right now, we could bring you up here and you could just brag. What's the one thing that you would want to brag about right now if you could just brag? Go ahead. Like seriously, I want you to write that down right now in your notes. And have that. And then we don't just stop there. We do understand on the other side, and I think it's so important that we do have hurdles. Okay? There are hurdles that we've got to focus on. Let me see here. Make sure I get this right. Okay. Well, I can't find the hurdles, but I will find it. There we go. Hurdles. Okay, hurdles. Okay, there are hurdles that we have every single day. And in this segment, I like to look at it. Powerful people, again, ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So now we're going to go focus on, what are some of the challenges we had yesterday? We're going to acknowledge the work that we've done. We know it's not easy, but it's possible. And every single day when we show up, we're showing up to serve at the highest level possible. So take a look at this. What was your biggest roadblock yesterday? What's preventing you today from moving forward? And what's the one thing you could do that if you did it would move your life and or business forward? We're only focusing on sales though. Our outcome this morning is just sales, 100% sales. That's the outcome that we're focusing on this morning. So what's my message of the day? My message of the day is focus on the 80-20 rule. 20% of your activities produce 80% of your results. It's the small things you do every day that really make the biggest difference. And I want you to take a look at those 1, 2, or 3 things that you have to do. And when it relates to sales and your sales organization, we know what they are. They are generating leads. There's only 3 things I need the team doing. Generating leads or getting in front of people who have a problem. And then once they're in front of people who have a problem, they share how they solve the problem. And then after they share how they solve the problem, they say, here's how we would like to work with you. And they extend an invitation for the person to work with them. 3 things. Find someone with a problem, share how you solve the problem, and then extend the opportunity for them to move forward. We do those three things. There's a lot of things you got to do in sales. You do those three things and you will be forever successful. I promise you. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown. I want to remind you that you're amazing. You're incredible. You're an awesome CEO. You're a servant CEO. You're a game-changing CEO. You're a world changer. You're someone who's making a difference in the world by doing the things you do every day. Thanks for showing up for the CEO Sales Huddle. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep doing what you're doing. And God bless. And I believe for you, your best is still yet to come. I can't wait to see what your best is. We're out of here. Talk to you later. Peace, everybody.